Hey everybody, this is Asher, and we are in space on a barren planet, and there's a bright little M star that is up above us. I have not heard any objections, so the long-term plan is now going to be that we are going to settle and put our Dyson Sphere here. Hooray! We can cue all kinds of happy noises. Now the fun thing about this system, and this is some stuff that I alluded to last time, is that this system is pretty nice for building. There are two planets with a very high land area. So what that means is that we are going to be able to produce a lot on this system, which is important because building a Dyson Sphere, believe it or not, takes a lot of production. So first things first here, I did say I was going to try to wire the world a little bit. And that does mean getting some stuff here. Now you may say, Asher, why aren't you putting any windmills here? Or maybe you remember, I don't know, I don't want to give people no credit or just assume things here. But if we look at the wind efficiency here, this is a barren planet with absolutely nothing. And I'm actually building away from the... No, I'm building towards the equator. That's good. But yeah, there is no wind power here because there's no atmosphere. You kind of need an atmosphere to make that work. So, logistics tower. Now, what I've been planning to do here is a little silly, maybe, but it's a solid-ish plan enough.
You have established an interstellar logistics.
Yes, thank you. I'm aware of establishing that. But what my plan is for this is pretty straightforward. I am going to be dropping this off, and this planet isn't going to do too much yet other than put kimberlite ore on, but we'll do that later. But to make that happen, there's some things that are going to need to happen. For one, we need to make sure our distance to enable warp is fine. It's the warp range of vessels. We want to keep it low. We are going to demand kimberlite ore, remote supply, local supply, and that'll let it start feeding in here. In fact, I could just let this totally passively go if I wanted to, but I'm going to put up some power lines or some bit of a power infrastructure just because this is going to be passively produced for now. And I did keep a few solar panels here, so this is a great time to talk. If you were paying attention and you're watching this from last time to later, you'll see that I changed my research. I'm currently on Logistics 4, which is important enough that I'm going to pull it up right here. This unlocks Logistics Vessel Warp. It is very hard for me to go and say, hey, let's send all this shit from planet to planet, solar system to solar system, without having that unlocked. I have my inventory stuff unlock available too. There are a lot of upgrades that I've waited to do until I get my stuff there, so hopefully I can eke out getting green research in time. But for now, I know solar panels are not the most efficient way to do this. I do have other plans for that, and I could discuss that now. I did, as I have said before, I don't just do all of these just on the fly. I do a lot of BSing and improvisation, but I try to have a plan for where I'm going. And how I'm going to be powering this planet and the other production planet on here is to have deuterium rods and do mini fusion power plants, which you may remember that I set up an auto build of last time. Now the thing with that is I was originally like, you know what, I could always burn hydrogen fuel rods, that'd be fine, but no, you cannot feed those into a fusion power plant, which is a little sad. Now how I'm going to actually do the deuterium rods I'm still thinking about, because to build them, let me just go ahead and pull that up real quick. We need titanium, we need the fancy rings, and the fancy rings take graphene. Now I need to double check and see what coal is here, but we do have titanium in this system. So I can probably just ship the deuterium over from my home planet, because I'm going to have a gas giant that's going to be pumping a bunch of that out, and then build the rest of it here, because like I said, I'm going to be doing massive production. But we've got all of our solar panels down, that's good. Now the power production here is not going to be fantastic, because you can see how sad this line is here, but the important thing is that we just need for it to be enough, which means I should probably actually connect the power there. And there we go. Eventually you will be full of kimberlite ore and be able to ship it over. So you can see as well that my power gauge down there only gets expended when I am accelerating in space. So we're going to have a little bit more time to talk here because I'm not going to be using a warper here. What I like about this system, first off, is that the star is cool. It's not the smallest star available. When I do say it is cool, it is actually like a legitimately not as hot star. Let me get the epilepsy problems out of the way here. It's not as hot as some other stars. And there are smaller stars out here. There is one class that's smaller, which is the, not A-type stars. A-type might be smaller, but we do have 2 white dwarfs. And these are little. These are failed supernovas. You can see their temperature is actually listed differently because it's so low. Their luminosity is about the same. Mass is actually a little bigger. You can see this one, well, we don't know what it has around it, but we can see what it looks like. As we're going 2,000, so we're hitting pretty fast here. And we are running out of snacks as well. But my goal here is going to be to have 2 production planets, because we do in fact have 2 production planets. This one I'm still not exactly sure. It's not tidally locked, but hopefully we can make the power situation work there by doing mini fusion power plants. And that's the other thing that I wanted to take some time to set up a little initial power grid here, even if it is solar panels. And we're going to be doing another solar panel drop on Capitari 1 because we do have good enough solar consumption here. But as you may recall from last time, my process is pretty simple on this. I'm going to be sending stuff out from here, which means that I can actually go ahead and do remote demand and remote supply here. I am eventually going to turn on the local supply here, but I'm not going to do it yet because I don't want things to get confused. I only want to send organic crystals right now, but since I'm not doing anything with the spiniform stalagmite crystal because I thought it was something else, I intentionally didn't do that right now because one tip that I've seen posted all over the place since the update was put out for space warpers here, if I could just freaking find them, it's going to be the last thing I mouse over. This is great. I actually do have a mental deficiency for recognizing patterns. So this is scary every time. Okay, space warpers. If we do a local supply remote demand, whatever, if we do like demand 100, 200, eventually we can send space warpers over here. And even though we don't have a place to store them right now, what I can do, first I'll just make sure I have enough. What I can do is drag these over here. And you're going to see that we lose 50 of them right away. The thing that actually stores the space warpers is hidden. So once we unlock this technology in about 8 minutes, what will end up happening is that we will, in fact, be able to fly to other places. Now, what I'm also going to do here, though, is I really need these, and I really need these. So I'm going to choose one to take with me, and today it's going to be Ice Fire. Because this setup's going to take a little bit longer, and I can start pumping out graphene now. But let's go ahead and fly. But see, there's our star there. It's smaller. It doesn't produce as much power as anybody else, but I think that's kind of cool in a way. It's like you wouldn't, if you were going to build a Dyson Sphere for the first time, you wouldn't pick like the biggest thing, or maybe you would. I don't know. Some people are way more ambitious than me, but my thinking is that, you know, there's nothing wrong with making your first try on something that's a little bit more manageable. And if you did watch my last streams or my last save, you're going to see that our plan for the Dyson Sphere is going to be a much smaller footprint. Now, one kind of awkward thing that's going to happen, and I'm pretty sure it's going to happen just because of what's going on with my power draw right now. It doesn't matter that I'm burning hydrogen, but it does matter that my maximum fuel gauge is still kind of low, and it's going to be low until I unlock green research. What ends up happening is that unless I'm at a full bar of energy, I'm not going to be able to make this in one jump. So I don't know if that's going to be a problem for the logistics vessels. It might be. Yeah, we're gonna be close-ish, but it's gonna be. We're gonna have we didn't exactly have the cleanest drop off here, so we're 13 AU away. Which, if you ever want to fly just manually, you can do that between stars in this game. You totally can. But anyway, here's our planet here. I haven't explored any other star systems yet. I did pin this one. While I'm at it, I might as well do the thing here. Press tab, and I don't know if that's the one I want to pin. Probably is. There it is. Okay. Zubin El Jabui. I just wanted to mark the really big blue giants. There's a type O and there's a blue giant that I want to mark. There's also a red giant that I want to mark since I have some time to let my power go up here. We've got plenty of time for this. The red giant is down below me and it's V743. And then I also want to mark the black hole, not the neutron star, which is super far away, but the black hole, which is actually near Kamun, or Kanam. Wow, I'm terrible at pronouncing. So that way, you know, at least I can do my homework. Wow, can we actually see the black hole? Sometimes these things get pretty hard to spot. Alright, let's try that one more time on the map. And if we look at it, it's not too far off. So that's the black hole. I can't pin it here. And I don't think I can pin it here. But there it is. There it was. Alright, well, when we fly closer to it, it will reveal its secrets to us, because black holes always have kind of a funky name. Alright, anyway. We're not too close. I'm going to use a second space warper here. So I said the red giant was below us. It should look like a red giant. Of course, the great thing about space is what's below you in space. So if our vector is pointing this way... See, one of the things that gets me about this is that space rotates so fast here. So now if we're pointing to our home system, wherever the hell that is, how am I losing my home system in this view? There we go. So there's the home system. That's just another M star. Never let me run a planetarium is the lesson here. Oh god, I just rotated myself one more time. We'll try. We're just going to look to the left, because we should be flying towards home. Yeah, there's a great scene from the TV show Psych that I think of a lot, where our hero, Sean Spencer, who gets into all kinds of antics, where he gets into rooms that he's not supposed to be in. I'm just screwed, I'll get the red giant later. Just decides, you know what, I'm just going to leave a planetarium running with, like, having all the buttons pushed. And people are stuck there for like 20 minutes just sitting and barfing. So there we go, Barrick with the motion sickness bear. And I think we're actually pretty close to home, so there we go. One space warper down, but maybe some time saved. Because one thing I'm looking at is the actual, like, real-life clock on this. Also, I do just want to take a moment to say, if you are watching here, U256F6... Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub that happened while I was not watching. Sorry about that, but still super cool. Okay. So we're home. We have so much freaking homework to do now that we're home. But first things first, how did our automated production do? Here's this. We are full of snacks. That's great. Now, one thing I can do here, and one thing I'm in fact gonna do right now, because I'm not too worried about snacks. I don't want to drop any of my inventory here, is this shit. We need to set this up now because we are at T-minus 4 minutes. And I want to be able to get these spaceships here right away. I don't have a lot of foundation though. So I do need to pick up some more foundation, just enough for me to fill my inventory. Okay, there we go. Everything but 45. Now, I'm not going to pave over the jungle planet, but we are going to pave a nice, pretty big swath into it. Alright, this should be far enough away for me to be able to drop a tower, because once again, we can't do it too close. This is fine. Alright, I know there's stone veins there. We'll figure it out later. But this is going to be one of our very few interstellar logistics towers, and I don't know if... Okay, I can take those guys away. I actually, for now, don't want this to be populated by anybody. But what I am going to do is go ahead and do organic crystals, remote demand. I'm going to go ahead and put the other things in here that I want to put in here right now. And we can just take all this and not that, and drop it in here. So it's not a ton, but it's a pretty good amount. We are going to put 50 of these in here, though, because this is going to get delivered to some places. Especially the fire ice, because we can set up the graphene production right now. All I really want to do is to just make sure that my graphene problems that I said I was going to have, I want to nip those in the bud. But the other thing I'm going to do here is just run this organic crystal over here. Because how much organic crystal are we producing on this planet right now? Local planet. I mean, we're trying our best. We're using a lot of energy. We're using a bunch of chem stations. This is exactly what you have to do. 60, that's 1 per minute. That's really good. But if we look over, I just closed that. If we take a look at Capitari 1, we're not mining any right now, but we'll know in a minute just how much we're mining, because the amount that we're going to be able to dump out of there is a lot higher. So we're actually a little slow on the science right now because we're being bottlenecked by the organic crystals. And that's going to change. And if I can dump all of this stuff here, that's going to give me... I don't need to make as much plastic there. I don't need to be using as much of these resources. I'm going to be in pretty good shape. So, back to my homework over here, because as I said, we do have some issues. Like, we do have more space warpers, hooray. So I'm just going to pick 100 pack up. And I am actually going to open this up to have 2 made, just because we're going to need to drop a lot of here. But the reason I kind of want to limit my production, is that we are making some of these, but not really a ton because we are low on a specific resource. You see, we're not making a lot of these particle canisters because we're actually not getting a lot of electromagnetic turbines, which is fascinating, but yet not surprising. So one thing I need to do is to set up another line of turbines. But to make turbines, this is kind of the game of cat and mouse how it goes. First off, let's go ahead and get all these. These are mini fusion power stations. They're going to be pretty important. This is going okay. Let's go ahead and get 10 miniature particle colliders. Oh, we're getting like 20 here. That's great. Let's go ahead and take that in. I can always put those in later. So we officially have transportation going between star systems now. Or we should. We can zoom out real quick and see. And like I said, one way, I don't trust space warpers as far as I can throw them, but yep, there they go. Here they come. Our first delivery of organic crystals. So that's very exciting. But I'm going to need more of these because I do want to set up some line of... Oh, shit. A line of this stuff, especially because I've already screwed up once and saw that I could not actually do this with other things that I had. I'm losing my words here. I can't do it with hydrogen rods. I have to power those stations with these. So that is exactly my plan. And unfortunately, that does mean I'm going to need to get some more belts, which means I'm going to need to get some other stuff going. But the nice thing here is that I'm going to double up real quick. I'm going to go ahead and make some graphene production with the fire ice that I went and stored. And I actually need to make one of you a little bigger. And we'll power up all these in just a minute. Should probably tell them what to produce as well, but like I said, the nice thing about this is that I have one that is passively producing little power chunks here. So I'll always have a food station, which snacks are very important. In fact, they're important, but I probably don't need but that... yeah, I probably don't need but that many now, which means we can just dump some of these others eventually, but obviously they're already made. So, like I said, we're building stuff that we need, and this is all going to... We don't need to do that, though. This is all very expandable. If I would just not screw it up. Alright, so copy, paste, 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 paste. We need power. So, like I said, another good reason to drive home here is to make sure that I get all of my supplies. So if we build a logistics tower here, we're actually going to need to make a baby logistics tower here before too long. We'll put it like right here. Because if I want to expand this line, I want to be able to put these down appropriately. So you're going to be a supply station for deuterium rods. And you are also going to be a demand station for fire ice. And you need power. And we probably need some drones there. But look at this. We actually need to pick up drones. It's been how long? Alright. So all those auto builds were successful last time, but once again, we're gonna make some graphene production, because that makes, with fire ice, that's really easy. And it actually makes some excess hydrogen, which we don't need, but we're gonna work with anyway. So what things do I need to get here? I need to get... We have a bunch of inner stations, which is fine. We need 10 of these. We need more drones. That's fine. That's probably fine. I'll grab 20 more just in case. Actually put those back. We'll just fill up in 20 and 20 at this point. Yeah, we're just going through so many resources, and I have all these things. I have like a whole glass setup up here that we haven't even gotten to yet. So what other things was I short on as I'm walking around here? I probably need more miners, and I maybe not need more smelters. Alright, so we need solar panels. And it's funny that we're not producing them very fast. Let's do this and just dump those back out. Alright, so need additional pylons. Like, I'm happy that we have our little shopping mall, but there's only so much that we can do. And then look at that, we actually haven't been able to fully produce 1,000 belts yet. Now, one other thing that I saw that was a little silly here is that some of these conveyor belts have not been upgraded yet. So we're doing that. But one thing I need to do is that we need to get some more magnetic coil production going. And the best way to do that is actually going to be off-planet. One of the problems right now that we have is that magnets are also going really slow. Can we upgrade this anymore? Looks like we can. Okay, and this ore vein is pretty much out, so I need to get another place for magnets. And if I can use this to actually dump some iron ore right here, that wouldn't be the worst idea, but there's probably better uses of my time. So we're going to set up some magnet production, and then we're going to set up... Okay, there's an iron vein right there in the middle of my build area. It almost seems too good to be true. But I don't exactly like it there. And this is another thing that I didn't realize, that like half my planet just has oil seeps and nothing else. The problem is that the building area is covered by water. So once again, there's our buildable oil area. Here's another one with some oils here. It's not too far off from our infrastructure. Let's go there. It's halfway across the planet. This is fine. So what am I doing here? I'm setting up strictly just magnets, because we're actually flying over it right now. I have a ton of these assemblers that are making this stuff. So that's good. But what I really need to be doing here is twofold. I need to set up some more miners, which I did not grab, so I absolutely need to do that before we go. Let's see, this is probably too many. Oh well, whatever, we're doing it anyway. Scale is just a state of mind. Now the fun part about this, obviously, other than you can build on water with impunity in this game, is that I have some excess wind turbines. We're just going to dump them out right here. So those will automatically start mining. Alright, so I'm going to set up some smelters here, and these are just going to be magnets. Why magnets? Why not magnets? Alright, so smelt. 2, 3, 5. And these are magnets that are strictly going to be for other places. But the other thing I'm going to set up here is going ahead and set up my... Uh-oh, I'm actually out of snacks. That's a problem. Alright. We can solve that problem, but it's going to be awkward to do it right now, because I wasn't entirely sure where I wanted to build. So I guess we'll just put it here. This is fine. Okay, it's +2 lines of inventory capacity. That's good. Like I said, I don't really like building certain ways. Maybe it's better if we put it over here. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So, let's go ahead and do this as a supply of magnets. And we are going to go ahead and demand these fuel rods. We don't need to demand all the fuel rods, we just need to demand like 200 of them. So, even though this is not powered right now, and it's completely off the power grid, you can see we are getting home delivery for snacks. You can do this even if you are just kind of sitting at home. You can use any sort of app for like food delivery. Feel like this is common knowledge, but it's nice the Dyson Sphere Program included this feature. So see, here we go, food delivery, and I'm going to make my power grid look like it's really angry at me. Shouldn't be that angry. I plopped a bunch of, whole bunch of other things onto here. Solar panels. Now, I just want you to look at my power grid one more time, because this is about to change. Oh, I actually meant to grab the assemblers off of there, because I'm pretty sure we have a bunch here. So we have 10 more coming. We only need like 60 of these right now. The great thing about these fuel rods, if you have not seen them in action, is that they eat really slow. We don't get to charge any faster because we're eating them. So our fuel power generation here is not like super crazy. Of course I was trying to go for the mouse over here. But it does have a lot of energy, so we'll eat it nice and slow. But yeah, we're going to need magnets because we're going to be producing a lot of shit today. And magnets are actually bottlenecking a few of my builds right now. I didn't go into all of them because I don't quite have the time for it. But the other reason we're bringing those rods up there is that we're going to solve our power crisis without a Dyson Sphere. This is what program? I don't know. Cheat program. Second time in 3 streams that I am cheating at this game by not using the game mechanics as I'm supposed to be doing it. Who knew? But the really funny thing is that I'm 17 hours in. I've researched the hell out of things a lot faster. And my research is going pretty well, although I'm remembering now there's one other bottleneck that I didn't appreciate or I didn't fix, so we'll fix it in a minute. I'll look at it here in just a second, just so I can show it to you here. Our science production is not going as fast as it could be right now. Local planets. Like, if we look at our science, it's going okay. But we're being capped at our consumption here. It's the red blocks. And I'll show you what it is in just a minute. But for now, you're going to see these magnets are just going... or it's going to be going crazy, and I don't know why I'm worried about grabbing it. It can only put 50 drones up there. And we want 50 drones up there, so these magnets are going to be out for delivery all the time. The nice thing is that I can expand this. Now the other more important thing here, I do have 2 crude oil seeps that I am potentially building around. So let's just pave this with my least favorite Crap Brothers villain, Paisley Paver style. And some of you are going to get that reference because you have kids that watch the TV show Wildcrats. The thing that's really cracked me up lately is they're 2 Canadian like nature conservation people, and they had another show before that show that is famous for them on PBS and has a bunch of toys and marketing. And it was them back in the 90s doing literally the same shit. So, of course, if you're doing that for a living, you won't look like you aged a day. But yeah, it's just, I just look back at it sometimes like, oh my god, it's, I had that shirt, or I had those pants or some shit. It just cracks me up a little bit. I don't know. I'm very easily amused, I guess is the word for it. Okay, we don't need all these. This isn't exactly the efficient build I was expecting here, so sorry. I had something more neatly planned, but I'd also remembered to bring my stuff with me. Fuck it, we can probably do this. If we just move the iron line to somewhere a little more intrusive, like this. Alright. Like I said, maybe we didn't need the third iron miner, I don't know. But anyway, in that kid show, there's some villains that kind of make sense. There's like your person that wants to eat all the endangered animals, and there's your villain that wants to turn them into clothing, because whatever, they get to make fun of someone and make them call him an analog to Fabio, so that's funny for the adults. But there is one person that just really makes no sense, because all she wants to do is just pave the entire world. It's like that's your evil superpower, is just having limitless concrete that you can just pave over everything on Earth with. Just feels kind of like a waste. Feels like you could have done more with that ability. All right. So this is probably more than enough I need for these. We are gonna set up more deuterium here. How many power plants do I have left? Just 4. Yeah, this is fine. So this will be expandable for later. But since this is going to be attached to our power grid, hopefully what's going to end up happening is that our power situation is going to go from sad, we have to leech off... Oh wow, why is that being weird? But I don't want to be leeching off of that other planet, the lava planet, for too long, because my plan is to send accumulators across the stars. But now, suddenly, with the power of science, our power generation has gone, like, through the roof. Like, we are now outpacing our power consumption. And we are making a lot of deuterium rods. Not, like, a bunch, but it's going to be enough. Oh god, yeah, the original Lorax scared the shit out of my kids. And it's like, good, because it scared me too. It's scary. It's like, this is bad people who get away with doing bad things and destroy everything. I will also say, though, that I did enjoy the new Lorax, as unpopular or uncool of an opinion as that makes me. But it's very different than the original. The original was just flat out, everybody sucks, and you're all gonna die, and corporations are gonna profit. That was literally the moral. Okay, so this is the nice thing about being able to play with these things here, is that we can just put a demand for like 600. Drones will come here on their own. And like I said, for some reason we don't have a lot of production here. Let's upgrade this line. So we only have like a few red cubes being made. Everything else is like capped out like crazy. But soon we're going to be able to increase the speed of this, which sucks because I'm going to be running out of things to research before long. Now, another thing that I've got to watch out for is hydrogen. Like, we're not capped here. Oh, look at this. Look at this line. We are full on with this. That's great. I can choose what thing I want to remote demand next. But I'm going to do something kind of dumb, kind of stupid here. Because now we have all these things going, and that's good. And it looks like our supplies, maybe the graphene's going to be a little bit of a problem, but we'll find out. If I can cut off some of this plastic production, like here, I'm going to say we don't need all of this plastic anymore. I'm going to say we don't need any of this anymore. And remember, I spent practically a whole video building all that shit. And here we are. Because plastic is going to be used in some stuff, and I'm leaving the lines there just in case it comes down to it later that I need it. Unfortunately, I don't think these lines are really ending anywhere that's very nice. So we'll just put, oh wow, we're actually capped on oil too. That's not like Texas right now. Let's see, how much, we can't store that in there? What? Okay, well, I guess we'll just drink it slowly. Yeah, so hydrogen backlog is a problem. That's exciting. Graphene backlog is a problem. Like I said, all this shit was coming. It's like the problems of tomorrow today. Oh, not there. I don't know why it doesn't always want to let me go in there first, but hopefully this will do good, because my power, like that little blip barely did anything in my power draw, but I want this oil to continue moving through. Alright. So there's that. There's our science, and just take a look at our science production here again. The consumption's gone back up, and everything's kind of where it's supposed to be. You can see our yellows through the roof right now, which is great. Okay. And there's one copper vein. I do just want to make y'all aware that we are burning through our resources here pretty hard. Not with coal so much, but this is the point of the game where you have to start thinking really hard about, well, shit, do I need to do something else? We actually have more of these, so... Oh, didn't want to do that. Just wanted to grab a fresh 20. Though the one issue that we're going to have is that right now we have our snack station here, but this is going to be kind of a constant demand. So we'll figure it out later. Like, I can try to expand on this, but we are currently low on these, in part because we need to turn this, as I said, into our ice fire station. And that's one reason I wanted to actually eat all of the chemical plants here. Now, like I said, the thing about ice fire is, or fire ice, I don't know why I call it ice fire. Well, I do know why I call it ice fire, but I'm not very smart. Thing about this stuff, and I'm pretty sure you need to process it in a chemical plant. Yeah. Is that it's going to produce more hydrogen. And right now, for the moment, we're capped on hydrogen. That is going to change. But I'm prioritizing making graphene first. We want to make these misaligned again. Because that makes... Well, we're only grabbing off of one line. It's not a big deal. This is probably enough. For now. For our purposes, for now. Okay, so +1 movement speed. We're doing some fast researches here as well, so I should probably be responsible. Because you notice I have ignored the solar sail, solar efficiency researches the whole game. That's about to change. Because with green research, really the next thing I want to research... I guess I could research that as well. But the thing I really want to research is the Dyson stress system, because right now we can only make a flat ring, and I do not want to start with a flat ring on there. I want to be able... I have a very specific plan for what I want to do with the sphere in this save. And hopefully it's something you like. It's certainly different than the crap that I did last time. Alright. And I really like how you can tuck in little power poles between these. It's very useful. Alright. So all we're going to do here is we're just going to run this down. Maybe we just pop it through a sorter. That seems okay. Like, not great, just okay. And we'll put this back this way. It seems like this is not the best way to do this. Like, maybe if I'm going to do all this, I might as well run it to the left, like Beyonce told us to. Then drop a sorter right here. And then literally just even more storage tanks. This will change. I have plans for every single drop of this hydrogen. It just right now is going to look a little weird. And I'm gonna cut this off for now, because, and it's not gonna look very expandable. But if for some godforsaken reason on this planet I need to produce more fire ice that I'm about to do here, then we're gonna delete some stuff. But this should be more than enough by a lot. Like, kind of my solution for a lot of stuff this save has literally just been build what you build last time, just much bigger. And I need to filter this right now. There we go. And you're not filling because I missed that by like 1 second. So let's delete the track. It's like, forget the important steps, right? So why aren't you going? Oh, now you're not going because we don't have you supplying graphene. Now it's a tiny tower, so it can only take 5. And sometimes these things get confused. You have to build them again. We've been over this before. Alright. Such fastness here. Alright, so... And the nice thing about doing it this way and putting the one sorter down is that I don't have to be responsible for paying attention to which line I'm dropping stuff on. If I wanted to be fancy, like if I had an immediate need to use this hydrogen, I absolutely would. But I'm just going to let the sorter do the work for me. But yes, we will need all of this. So you have 6 drones. Let's give you a few more drones. I don't know for sure how many we'll need, but that's interesting. Okay, well we'll let that run, because it looks like we're producing a lot, but we have a lot of hungry stations. So the next thing, while we're here, we're going to need to drop another tiny tower because we need to build, and we're actually building up here where there's a little more room. And it's really fun that all these things that I kind of built spread out over here are now kind of converging back together. But even though, like, over here it's mostly ocean, so it's hard to build, over here is kind of organized chaos for most of the save. That's good. That's exactly what we want. But we have this going. We may need to, and I just want to look over here and see how this production's doing, because these have been going a little slow, because once again, these need turbines. These turbines need magnetic coils. I know what I'm going to do for that. We are going to provide a lot of magnetic coils. And if I have an interstellar logistics station, I could, I'm going to be demanding those coils from another planet, because we need to make those. We need to make more of those. We need to make them off planet. I'm also going to need to make some more silicon, and I'm going to go over to my ice planet for that before we go to the other place, which is fun because I also know that I have some homework to do. Yeah, we don't have a ton of copper, but we might as well use it for that. So copper, silicon, well, we need to get the silicon anyway. All right. I'll figure it out. I'm good at this game. All right, so that's all moving. That's good. Let's solve the problem in front of us first. To make these, we need magnetic rings. We need magnetic coils. The magnets are actually for the other things, but magnetic coils. So I don't remember the perfect ratio for this, so we're just gonna do our best to bullshit it, because that never stopped anybody here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're gonna build yet another planetary logistics station. We'll just put it down here. All right. Go ahead and give you some power. Now all we need here is iron plates and these things. Unless I'm missing something. Because we're going to make our own gears, and then we're going to make our own engines here. And I might be able to double this up in just a little bit, but we're going to start like this. Alright, so you go here. And the one problem is that I did not set off the minimum amount, so let's do that first. 200 and 200 should be fine, so demand, this is dicey. I actually do want to check. Maybe I do go to the lava planet for this. Because we have some copper here. Yeah, we have a lot of copper and iron. We might as well make the magnetic coils on that system. Alright. So how we did this last time is not like the craziest thing in the world, but it is a thing. Actually don't need to run that many here, because to build these we do not need all of this. To build this we only need these, and that's fine. Look, we got some magnets coming in. We've just got a pretty high demand, like on a bunch of places, and I think we're gonna be able to get away with only building 2 gears. I could have been smarter with the ratios, but nothing spells Asher like cutting corners. So aggressive autosave features are fun, but the goal is just going to be to run these back into here and make this a supply station for these things, which means we can probably put 26 drones in there and be fine. Which means over here, which is where I really like that we can run 3 lines at the same time. Just do it like this. So power on. And one of the things that really impresses me that people take the time to figure out is like what exact ratios you need to build with what exact types of assemblers. It's all just really cool to watch. Okay, so there's our solar ray efficiency again. And for these, it's interesting how these take so many components just to spit them out. Not on the power line, but right here. And then for you, you all literally just take this and this. And we spit you out here. Here, here. And the nice thing about this is that this is very much expandable. Let's see, there's 3 more right here. And I can always just move these lines around. It won't take a lot of work. But yeah, once we get enough magnetic coils in, this will be going, and we finally have a dedicated place for this stuff. So how many of you are building? We're at 100% goodies. So we're building 90 per second here. So that should work out eventually. Maybe? Alright, well, we'll give it a shot. Because I need to be making green science soon, but I have some other things that I said I need to do. First off, how's this production going? We're still short on these motors. But they're coming in now, so we have... How many of you building? For some reason, you're not eating motors very hard. I guess so we're just getting the end of the line here. But we're feeding 3 of these machines now. That's not great, but it's better. Alright, let's take another 100 here. Let's eat some more fossil fuels. Because that never hurt anybody. I said like 3 other things I wanted to do. Like, I'd love to expand this. You know, maybe I can. Because this is literally the dedicated... Well, I don't know if I can. Because I kind of bunked it up there. But I just need to make more rings. So I have to make 2 planetary stops before we go interstellar again. So let's make sure I make them count. Because we do need these rings to go through here. There's some logistical issues that I could fix here to make that more efficient. I don't have like a lot of assembler problems right now, so that's good. We've probably consumed all of our warpers by now. So, oh gosh, you know what else we've done? We've filled up everything here. We do have deuterium that's trying to move through, but we are full up on hydrogen. Because not a lot of things are using hydrogen right now. I could run more power plants, but as I said, I'm going to need all of this. So for now, we're just banking it. This is literally from experience. Playing the first go around. And you can be really frustrated with me not building these evenly. I accept any rage or consternation that is sent my way. Ooh, uh-oh. I'll just do it like this then. Because all I'm doing here is making a loop. This is storing, each of these barrels stores 10,000 hydrogen. So each of these store just as much hydrogen as that. It's a very interesting setup. Oh, I know what I need to do on my way out. I have snacks, but I don't have many snacks, so I have a lot of oil and water. I can probably just dump the water, to be honest. As wasteful as that sounds. So I do need to get some more deuterium rods, which I've probably flown past where I'm producing them 4 times. Good. So that's plenty there. How's our power generation going? Still good. So we're producing these, maybe. Oh boy, we need more rings. Well, this will be fixed with more magnets, because we have these going, but right now this whole setup is not very happy. Because these are short once again on these. So let's make a crap ton of magnetic coils. And we're gonna need to make... Oh, that's right, I have to... So many freaking things I have to do. Gotta do this. Gotta dump all of these in here. And we'll check on how that logistics system is going. And see, these are all getting dumped out because all of those assemblers get to hold a certain number of these. So another thing I need to do before I go. As I love this setup, it just looks so cool. I'm glad I was able to do it this save. I need to set this officially back on to demand, because we are going to need to pop out some more of these towers, and those will require charged assemblers. And you can see we're holding on to enough of those to make it work. Alright. I think I'm okay. Got a shit ton of space warpers. Can I can just delete. That's right. Sorry, I just deleted water. Too bad. And I probably don't need the particle colliders in my inventory yet. So when I do expand my green science operations, we will have those in the bank, which is awesome. And we do have more of these. We have these in constant production, which is great, because now we have 2,000 of those banked. Haven't made any solar sails yet, but that'll be easy. Let's space to space. There's probably something I forgot, but we'll remember it later and be full of regrets. It's probably assemblers or miners. Okay, we got plenty of assemblers. We only have 10 miners. 10's too few. Let's crash into one of our towers. Oh, you know what else I didn't do? I didn't actually set up a tower for something I wanted to do here. So let's take this. Okay, this is too close, but we can put it right here. That's fine. Alright, and right now, all you're going to do is remote demand local supply this. Because I don't know if we're building any of these off-world and shipping them, but we're about to. So you get some drones. 50 is more than some, I know, but... So picking up more drones is fun. Hello, drones. Hello, Asher. It's way too late at night for me to make voices like this. Okay. Like I said, I have a ton of homework. This is already filling up so fast. This seems to be going very well. It doesn't appear that we're having a plastic shortfall disaster. Because remember, some of this plastic was being shipped over here. You know, it'd be really smart of me to just run this stupid line and be like, plastic, meet plastic. There we go. So when eventually I need it, if I need it, we'll do that there. So, quick builds all around. Who's gonna be the lucky place we visit first? And I will totally use a space warper to get where I need to go faster. Fortunately, this one's close enough, and space warpers don't do great around the sun. So we're gonna be making some copper rings here. Just eat some more hydrogen real fast. Whew, lots of talking, lots of moving. Not a lot of forming logistics on other planets, but I am going to build my green science setup here before this is all said and done, because hard building space warpers out of gravity lenses is one of the least efficient things you can do in this game. Alright, boop. Oh, I actually booped right into a lava pit. So how is this going? Wow. Wow, okay. So I can make that even bigger if I wanted to. Alright, that's fine. That's what we wanted. Alright, so vein utilization's looking good. Can't research that. Vertical construction's cute and won't take very long. We do want better ray receiving. +2 construction drones is fine. And our queue's full again. Okay. So where's a good spot for us to do the other thing. Ideally somewhere where we are already making shit. Not there. That's good. That's good. You're just making plates. Yeah, I need to set up some silicon. Okay, did I already use all my spots with copper and iron right next to him? Surely there is one more. Alright, cool. It's right here, and it's next to the North Pole. So let's visit Lava Santa. What kind of presents do you get other than chunks of, like, molten coal? And, did I buy more foundation? No, I didn't. I may pop into my planet just to get that in a little bit, along with solar panels on the way out. Anyway, miners. You may not need a ton. In fact, I'm just going to do two there. No, let's do 3. Because I want to be able to supply all of my place's needs here. I don't always... I'm getting a little lazier about rotating and getting as many veins as possible here. That might be a bad sign that I've played this game too much, but... gotta save crap for what's important, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ooh, I need to get belts anyway. So yeah, we're definitely heading back. What's gonna be the better direction to build? Maybe this way. That's janky, but whatever. I'll be honest here, I could probably just import copper plates. I have a lot of copper plates. But I'm not gonna do it. Alright, foundation. Cool. How many smelters? Ooh, I didn't pick up smelters. That's another 5 points from Gryffindor. Alright. You think this lava would work, but it's apparently not very happy. Alright. Okay, perfectly balanced. I didn't even keep count of how many I was building, so that's fine. And then, let's see here. If we get really cute, can we just drop these in the middle? Maybe. Alright, we'll find out in a minute. Because this is scalable production as well. Everything's scalable with logistics. Alright, so my goal is to get green science set up here. We're in speedrun territory now. I've failed a speedrun, but maybe we can make up for it. because this is vitally important to pretty much everything I'm going to be producing. If I don't have a backbone of production for this stuff, then the really complicated stuff I need to build to finish out the game, or at least finish out my home system's purpose, is not going to be good. And it's funny because we're going to have to do all this again in a bit, so let's make sure we're doing this right one more time. Okay, that requires 2 magnets. Oh boy, I made way too many. That's fine. Alright. So probably need like 3 less of you. Cool. Yeah, I think I'm not going to be able to do it. It's going to be really close. Okay, it would help if I actually picked the grabber. Yep, too far. Too far. Alright, how about this? But now I bet it's going to be too far from here, right? Yep, too far. Okay. Well, it was a nice idea. And I could fix this by moving all the copper smelters to the other side, but we're just going to be stupid and make it extra dumb. Alright. Can you tell this is the part where I'm making shit up as I go? 'Cause I am. It's not spaghetti, it's just garbage. But it's my garbage, so let's feel proud about it. Alright, so definitely need to get some more belts. If for some reason I end up needing way more of this. And then we're just gonna drop a logistics tower right here. And say, congratulations, you get rings. Magnetic rings. And that means you're gonna need... I knew I was good to bring extras here. Don't know. Okay, I don't need to adjust this because this is only staying in the system. So I don't know what I'm freaking out about there. Alright. Let's try this again. Alright. Fortunately, I have grabby arms for days. Okay, that's redundant. All right. I should change the hotkeys because I never use F6 for shit. But I am so glad I automated all these tier 3 things, because everything is moving at 1 speed now. Of course, my clicking is super strong because we have the loudest mouse in the West. Click, click. Clickety click. 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 You know, it's better when I say click, right? Like, it's just objectively true. Alright. There are mods that will let you, auto-click, though, so I can definitely expand some of this production if it comes down to it. Like, the other thing I need to do is to upgrade my silicon, which means I need to go to Icyville, but I need more belts. What else did I need? I need more belts. I need more smelters for sure. I think belts and smelters are my 2 big things. Yeah, I have enough of everything else. Maybe a few power rods if I'm feeling spicy for doing a power setup, but... Oh, and solar panels. Okay, so this is going... Except you're not feeding. It's a little dumb. How's the power generation here? It's gone up. But we'll be fine. Because once again, we're sharing all of our power now. So these are all here. We should get a steady supply. In fact, if I knock it down to 50%, I can get these things moving a little faster. So let's go ahead and eat some hydrogen here and fly back. Looks like our home planet's super close, so we'll do our shopping trip and then go warp to greener pastures. So like I said, we are going to be setting up round 2 of the new home, where what we will be doing is starting to get the logistics in for shipping everything else in and out, which is one of the reasons I wanted to make some extra space warpers, is because I'm going to be setting up logistics ships on both sides to take warpers. Yeah, there's emergency magnetic coil supplies. Hopefully that's enough. Boop. Alright. We'll just have to see how the auto build goes. Not much more you can do than that. So I need foundation. We're actually going to take all of that this time. Solar panels, going to take all these. Thank you to everyone who said, please, for the love of everything, press Control click. Need all the belts, which is going to back up my other production, but it's fine. I could legitimately make some more blue cubes, but it's not a big deal yet. It might be later. Then we need smelters again. Then maybe we don't need all this oil, but we'll eat it one by one. Alright, I think that's everything other than setting up this tower here. That's not the tower we want, but I do think, oh, I know what I can do. Hopefully this has been passively building this whole time. Oh gosh, yes. We have 8 of these now. So let's put you back on supply. Actually, we'll just throw you as storage for now. So 8 of these. We're going to park 8 of those around our gas giant on the way out, so we can even have even more hydrogen backups. Okay, so we put this one tower awkwardly in the water right here. So all this is gonna be, I found it. We are not gonna do, oh, I don't wanna screw this up on accident. I'm not gonna do this yet. I am gonna put 50 down here though, but I don't want to accidentally ship these off to the other place. So here's 10 here. And distance for warp is fine. Vessels can do within 7 light years is fine. Then we'll do remote demand, and remote demand. And I'm curious if that means they're going to fly over to other places. I guess we'll find out here in just a minute. But they should not leave like they were stupidly before without warpers. Maybe because those other places are set on remote supply. One thing I can research while I'm here. This is more of a vanity upgrade than anything, but we can totally upgrade this. We've got other stuff we got to build before that happens, though. But I'm starting to run out of things for green research, but we're close. We are really close to getting this started, but let's boop our gas giant again. It's just all right there all the time, ready for the harvest. At least it's really easy to find this thing. Alright. It's so quiet here. Alright, so we got 8 more of these. Like, this is for deuterium production more than anything else. Because we're going to need some of that too, but I want to eventually ring the whole planet with this if I can. Way more than the 2 I made the first go around here. Alright. Oh. Cancel. Can I cancel? There we go. Missed it by 1. There we go. So there's 8. If that one's ever going to get built. There we go. So what's our production here? That's really good. That's like insane, but that's really good. Alright. And now we are going to warp here. As we got to get out of the gravitational influence of our home planet. I stuck the landing there. Alright, so we have a tiny bit of silicon production, but it is tied to chip production. We need to actually get some more silicon going, though. Alright, so fortunately we have some veins here. Don't know which way is the right way, which way is the wrong way. Alright, so this is doing its best to produce chips. But we don't have a lot of silicon plates in here just yet. Is there a reason for that? Are we short on silicon production? Not really. It's just all of these are getting used as they're used until we get to like back here. So maybe we do put like just a few more smelters. I say a few. A few is a very relative word in the save. Okay, we still have a lot of belts. How many power lines do I have? Ooh, I'm gonna need to run by town one more time. Maybe I can get by with this amount of lines. It's not like I'm doing a ton of work. I just gotta make sure my logistics loop works, but I actually need to pick up the space warpers that were built, so yeah, that's the thing. Whoops. Tick, tick, tick for green science. Alright. Then maybe if we put another assembler here, another assembler here, maybe that'll be enough for the chips. You know, since I'm already mining this, maybe I can just really overdo the demand and just like run this over here. This seems like a terrible idea, so let's do it. And make this a remote supply for silicon plates. Alright. That seems okay. And then hopefully that gets us pushed through here. Alright, where's more silicon? Because we're officially moving through here. For some reason I didn't use the most upgraded belts though. Alright. But this is exactly why we do it this way. I should really make like a shopping list or something. It's like, here's all the crap I need to pick up, because I'm always forgetting to pick up stuff. I'm way better at like even like going to the grocery store in real life than this game. Guess I don't usually go grocery shopping at this hour though. Alright, so we drop you little guys down here. That'll be fine, right? Oh, and I remember the other thing I was going to do. This is a total band-aid temporary solution. But another thing I was going to do, we'll just do it right here while I'm thinking about it, is right now our power's our power's doing okay, but it can do even better here. Like, I can always just put like a little storage box here. And eventually this can be a logistics tower. We'll put 3 of these in here. And this will be on the grid. Would be nice if I could say only use this when necessary. Alright, since we're going back to the home planet anyway. Yeah, see, even just 2 fusion reactors makes a really big difference. Because I want this area performing at 100% peak efficiency. And we can do just a few more silicon plates. Because once again, this is all stuff we're going to need later. And I'm breaking my own rule by building north and south, whatever. It's cool. But yeah, now we definitely need power lines because I'm doing this super sloppy. But yeah, this would be another place where, since I can do I have a lot of room for production here, and I might do production here without the benefit of a Dyson Sphere, which the other place would be just to kickstart having a Dyson Sphere available. Guys, why are you moving so slow? Do I just keep grabbing the wrong belt? Seriously, no. Alright, so these are all moving. That's great. That's fantastic. And so these are going to make chips. And oh, sweet. We are actually feeding the end of the line. So these chips are going, and this is building up too. So that's kind of what we want to see. I'd kind of like to have a few more plates in there, but I've spent enough time here. I can always fix that another day, because I have business with other star systems. Before we do that, we gotta get out of the gravitational influence of this place, and then use another space warper to grab more space warpers. Alright, didn't do the hard landing. Yeah, we have one side of ocean and then one side of production. And I just landed in maybe one of the worst spots possible. That's fine. And we're a little slow on the red again. And I don't know... Huh. Okay, well. I guess we'll see now that the red's doing better. Okay. So what did I say? We need power lines. Probably need a few more of these. Did actually finish by some providence. And then we have a crap ton of the... Oh, we actually used all these. Nice, okay. Well, we will have a crap ton of those. And we need snacks, because we're going to be feeding some snacks similarly. The fusion power generation here is mainly just to kickstart stuff on other planets, so that's good. And then... don't know how I got to that one. And then we need space warpers. Maybe not that many, but... I guess better have too many than too few, though. Alright. Almost through my stupid oil reserves. Alright. Enough of that. Oh no. Not enough of that, because I need to charge. I need to be full charge before I fly. Alright, so increased logistics carrying capacity, that's awesome. So, green science. Oh my god, I am, like I said, I had a lot of work I knew I wanted to do, and I knew I had to do. Well, while we're here, let's at least see what the, now that I've fixed the science generation, there we go, that's what I was expecting. Back in the hundreds for everything. And I want to be generating green science that fast as well. Don't know if that's going to happen for sure, but that's not the star system we want to go to. There it is. Hello, Kappa, my old friend. Ironically, with all this baseline stuff done, setting up the green science is largely going to be a matter of dropping a shit ton of assemblers. Which means I probably should have pre-built the assemblers. But this is okay. For now, my big thing I wanted to set up was the rare resource line. I thought they were going to patch in where there was a lower energy draw when you slowed down. Even though scientifically that doesn't make sense, because one of the things about light speed travel is that you do have to decelerate as well. So we do get a nice view of the M sun here, which eventually will have a nice view of the Dyson Sphere. I have not designed the Dyson Sphere yet. I could spend some time doing this now. Do we actually have like orbital information on there? Did they actually patch that in right away? Because that'd be really cool. I can't really like build the Dyson shell yet because I don't have the research for it. But one thing I want to try to kind of preserve is the original proposed idea of a Dyson Sphere, which is that you don't actually like block the light that's going to a planet. Like, that makes no sense to me that you would. Now, at least in game-wise here, as we've tested, the Dyson Sphere covering the starlight doesn't actually block anything. But one of the big worries of a Dyson Sphere is you would like choke out, not just having to like mine out all the planets and turning them into little husks of themselves, but also you would like just freeze everything. So the goal of leaving like literally the middle space open, which you can do in the setup here. Oh wow, that's 4 AU away. Well, let's accelerate a little bit. But the goal is going to be to just leave that middle open so we still get that really sweet red light. And it's really interesting how big of a star system this is. Like, this shit is spread out. It's great. It's not compact at all, considering exactly what this star is doing here. But we do have... we still have a lot of resources. Strangely, not a lot of copper, but we have what we need and we can ship in, and there's nothing stopping us eventually from exploring other planets. But we're getting close. We should have some logistics vessels going between places. If not now, soon. Or it could be that they've all finished their supply runs. Now, I'm not going to visit 2 and 3 this time, because frankly I don't have time for it. And that's partially because if you look at my research queue here, I'm going to run out of things to research if I don't get green science going. So yeah, we're gonna speed run this shit, and you're gonna see I'm gonna do some stuff a little bit differently than maybe you've seen me do before, and that's part of the fun. Okay, so one reason that was such a long trip is that we're just now doing our close flyby of, that's an M star. It's not as big, but it's still exciting because it's ours. So let's crash into here and leave a nice crater. There we go. Now, we landed not too far from where we need to be. And I said before I was going to put a ring of stuff around here. That's still the plan. But I'm pretty sure one thing that's going on is that I'm out of warpers here. Huh. Oh, it's because I'm looking at this backwards. Okay, we're going to do a max of 200. 200. And we just, instead of remote supply... okay, we'll keep it at remote storage, because we don't want to demand here yet. I'm not ready for that level of responsibility yet. But let's see. We have a shit ton of warpers. We only need a few ourselves. Let's go ahead. You can just literally drop it down here. So all you guys are going to be moving this shit back and forth. And that's good. But the other thing I want to do is local demand, local demand, local demand. So that way we can start moving these things around. Because what I have a feeling is going on right now is that these are all full. So that's why we're not seeing stuff being shipped around the system, which is fine. Just so we don't have any confusion, we're going to make the transport range of anything over here nice and low. But this should kickstart our production here, which means the only other problem right now is power. Now, power doesn't look like that much of a problem yet. And who knows, maybe it won't be. But since we were talking about the Lorax earlier, we're going to go ahead and speak for the trees on this jungle planet by paving over them. Especially the ocean. You can see I've already made some nice adjustments. But it wouldn't be Dyson Sphere Program without circumventing the Dyson Sphere requirement for as long as possible. I was thinking that I would probably be starting on the Dyson Sphere closer to 20 hours in game time. So maybe I am on schedule. So no chill with this today. Like, we are just literally paving across the equator. I don't care how ugly it looks. I don't care how inefficient it is. I don't care how much soil I'm picking up here. No one did an ecological impact study. I think well, I'm auto-building more foundations, so this is fine. Oh! Ray transmission efficiency, and look at that, we actually almost made a ring. Okay, so there's our star. It now weeps for the planet. But this will be a nice runway that eventually will not matter very much. Maybe it'll make our autosave take longer. If only there was a way I could build more quickly by just holding down the button and dropping things here, but I have to click individually for each one. It'd be nice if there was like a shift build, but there's not. So enjoy Asher Clicker. I don't know, I've played a few clickers in my day. Not like anything I'd ever stream, but there's some good ones out there. I think the last one I played was Adventure Capitalist, so it has been a while. And that was a really weird one, because it was like, you wait a really long time, and then eventually everything all falls into place. It's like, wow, really? I like had this figured out, except for the whole you have to wait for days. Alright. We messed up a little bit there. Yeah, I might actually have enough solar panels to just totally do this, but like, I thought about just doing the logistics thing for sending accumulators around, and that may still be a thing that I do just for swag purposes, because that's important when you're streaming. Yeah, how much longer can we make this go? Because we don't have everything totally around the equator, but we're close enough to where we shall have solar coverage over most of the daytime side, which is good enough for me. Yeah, we're real close. All right, so that's gonna have a fancy hat on it soon. Let's go ahead and fly up here. Let's go ahead and drink our last. Whoops, we ate oil on accident. We still have some organic crystals to drop off. There's something I forgot to do. I'm just gonna have to let it be, because I promised green science today, and damn it, I've got to do it now. Alright. So hello, this is Asher, and we are flying back to our home planet. It's my hourly station identification. Did that a little bit too late, but it's fine. I'm glad I pointed at the correct star, because it'd be a little awkward if I didn't. Maybe not that awkward. I haven't actually visited any of the other stars that are nearby yet. So I'm sure there's one or two out there that have other resources that we want. But we got homeworld business right now. Alright, 5, 4, look for the giant... Oh, ran out of power again. A little closer, but definitely still out of power. Alright, so there's all that crap. We have a ton of belts. We actually have more solar panels than we need, so we can pack those back up. Actually have a water pump that we don't need. Not sure why. Didn't set up many fusion power like I thought about down there, but that's fine. We'll ship that later. We have all those. But yeah. I am so close. Like this solar system, stuff just is not as spread out. I don't know if that's a result of the gravity being stronger for this G-type star because it has more mass, and that's a reflection of that. That'd be really cool. But I have a feeling it's just a little bit random. Okay. So yeah, I did run into this before, didn't I? Where, like, this will pause where your cursor is. Okay, we did get the black hole this time, so if we press tab, we can pin it. I guess I must have just missed it before. But yeah, like, if I wanted to look for the red giant while we're here, it may be a little difficult to do. There. Okay, 300 solar sail life, because that red giant is a little far away. That should be it, though. Yeah, that red giant is big, but it doesn't look that big in our sky. That's just how things are when stuff's really far away. Okay, so anything else I can research to kill time? Oh, well, that extra drone thing's going to take a while, but look, we're getting outrun by logistics station stuff. That's cool. And so it's nice. It's really nice to see this working this time. I did literally kill my save and my first save just by having that fail so many times. And now we have like a line that we'll be able to see. We're gonna paint the oh shit. And we're out of power. Oh no. This is a disaster. Okay, well, I did not stick the landing. Embarrassing. Okay. Well, let's try not to screw this up again. This is what we call failing under time pressure. But at least we can see how fast our logistics vessels are moving versus us. So that's good. Okay, approach one more time. Maybe without skimming the planet this time. Which, I mean, going this fast, technically it's possible to, like, bounce off the atmosphere. It'd kind of reflect that in Kerbal Space Program, but boop, right into the solar panels. So we're just gonna charge up. I think we can use these to charge up. Maybe. Yeah. Alright, green science. Ooh, Lord. I've been putting this one off all night. So let's drop these here. There's our big star. It's so bright though. Alright, so these are making things. We do have a bit in this box. So that's fine. Just need to drop the space warpers down here and we'll get started. Because green science is complicated, but maybe not as complicated as you might think. Okay, so we are out of warp folds here. And I did drop off all of them. Okay, well for now it's not going to matter too much. So we'll just let that do its thing. Because we're going to use all those from the supply side over here. So I did need more foundation because I knew I was going to need to clean that out. But everything is trying its best right now. Okay, so you're passively building, but you're passively building kind of slow. We're going to need you. My one big regret for not taking care of things before I left was not doing this, but we're gonna need all these processors. So if we drop those in the box, we'll make a lot more assemblers here before too long. But okay, this is going to be our green science land. This looks like a nice beach. Let's pave it. Because we're going to be building on a very large scale. Fortunately, our power solution is now really good. But to make green science, we already have the gravity lenses. It's making these assholes. That's going to be an issue. Now we already have this going. So I'm going to do a test and see. First off, building these quantum chips, because that's the second part of the equation here. Is our processor production enough? It's probably not enough, but this is the bigger stressor here. The Casimir crystal. So it's going to be Casimir crystal getting turned into pane filters, which is going to require titanium glass, which means we actually do need water. LOL. That one water pump that I just... Did I delete it? Did I delete it? I don't remember. Well, anyway. Looks like I did, so... That's egg on my face. So to make this glass, we're going to need water and glass to be shipped over. Fortunately, we can solve all these problems with logistics towers. Right? Like, we have water right here. So we just need a slot free on one of these. There's a slot. Feels a little silly to run this crap like this, but it's okay. Okay. So, it's not that I said there'd be no spaghetti, it's just that there'd be minimal spaghetti. Because we have a lot of water going. If we need more water pumps, that's fine. Can speed up that water moving quite a bit. So it looks like we're not really using too much water for sulfuric acid there now. Cool. So this will be water supply. We should have titanium supply already. We don't have glass supply though. Is 4 glass going to be enough? I don't know. Let's make it like 8 glass. That's not going to do 8, by the way. But this might do 8. Really? I guess that makes sense if I'm trying to build directly on water. Okay. How much time did I spend on camera during my last save just turning around and saying, hey ho, let's do something stupid like manually click every single time we wanted to do science here. So stone, this is fine. Except you, because you can't spit out anything. Alright, how many stone miners do I have here? First off, let's get freaking real. Alright. Secondly, Let's get you up to standard. With all my other... Ooh, that's gross. All my other systems. Okay, that's a little weird looking, but we'll make it happen. Alright. Then you need power. What kind of tower are you? Okay. Okay. So we're running our glass right here right now, right? Well, that was easy. Boop. Is this enough yet? I don't know. Maybe. We do want some spare glass in here, though. All right, so that's filling up. I can't ask for too much more than that right now. So we won't. All right, so step 1, titanium glass. Also known as how badly have I screwed myself here? Logistics tower. Needs water, titanium, and glass. We just set all these to demand. We can let other stuff do the work. I guess we put a few drones in here because it doesn't appear I've had any drones in the water one, or else it would be dropping over here right now, or maybe I did it wrong. Alright, solar ray efficiency. We are almost out of time with our research. Not out of time for the stream yet. There's our water. Alright. Don't know why it always wants to do that. Did I literally just make 2 titaniums? That's gross. Alright. Glass. Alright, now if I look at my... Hey, Chris Carl 11, hope you're doing good. I'm just trying to look at my ratios here real quick because we are going to need a lot of different things. But, let's see. First off, I probably need to check my power supply here. No, we're fine. Okay. You're just in time for the great build-a-thon. This should be plenty. If it's not, this is all going to be scalable. Alright, so this crap is just going to go to the right. Now there's probably way more cooler, interesting, compact builds I could do. But frankly, if I'm racing against the clock for research, and right now, this is going to be, oh my god, it's going to be done in 4 minutes. Okay, we need green research for all of these. Oh no, we've clocked ourselves. We have, I know it's a waste of time from, oh wait, no we haven't. Can do this. This. And this. So we've got a little bit of time. We're not totally We're not totally dead yet. But it's almost like our research is going too strongly. Alright. Alright. Step 1 done. Step 2 for this garbage pane filter. So we need 2 titanium glass per one of these. So for this we're going to need graphene, crystals, and finally hydrogen.com. Been waiting all series to say that. So we have a demand for hydrogen. This is going to take a lot of drones. Let's just demand it now because I have hydrogen for days and I'm going to need it. Okay, so these things demand, but maybe not demand all of them. And then graphene was the other one, I think. Alright, so graphene might be our roadblock for just a minute, but that's fine. Yeah. So let's go ahead and dump all these out, same as the other one. Yeah, I may be a little low on graphene production. That's interesting. I have a lot of things that are very graphene hungry, though. Alright, so we're going to do the assemblers up here this time. And this is all going to be scalable. Technically, we're supposed to need more of these, but I'm tired of running numbers, so we're just gonna get what we get and then adjust accordingly. All right. This is so much nicer than having to ferry stuff across star systems like I did last time. But this will use 12 hydrogen a pop. So we are going to have some... We're going to put our hydrogen supply to the test. And if it passes that test, then great. And this is all going to go down here. And this is all going to be scalable. Alright, so once we want to actually build the pane filters, I guess technically what I can do is we'll need the pane filters plus the processors, is that I can just go ahead and well, that's the problem, is that I wanted to make this scalable. So technically we need to produce these somewhere. So let's just produce them way down here. If I need to fix it later, I'll fix it later. Okay, it's +2 construction drones. I don't think I want to do it that way. I think I want to do it like this. Alright. Now, one of the unfortunate things is that these filters are one of the slower things to build. So what I think I'm going to do is drop this in the middle like this. And if worse comes to worse and I have to run more of these together, we'll just figure it out. Because these things build slow. But anyway, we're going to drop all these into a logistics tower. It's going to go over here. And this is just gonna do you. Which means that if this goes badly and I need to build more of these, we will scale to the north. Alright. Might as well make it happen. Enjoy the clicky sounds. You need power, oh no! Okay, easy fix. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And will you look at that? How fast do these produce? 5 per minute. How fast do these produce? 15 per minute. How fast do these produce? 12 per minute. So there's math there. Math that someone much smarter than me has already solved. So for now, just gonna expand this as much as I can. And like I said, I'm just going to move these a little bit to the north here. Kind of like, this will be kind of like I did on my last save. Alright. Nope, not like that. Cool. Like I said, the end of this is just for all the other logistical underlying things that I'm doing. It's effectively just to let me drop a bunch of assemblers here at the end. Kind of spike the football, as it were. But that's the important thing about Dyson Sphere Program, is that you set yourself up for success so that eventually you can possibly succeed. Alright. And if it really comes down to it, there's absolutely nothing stopping me from pulling 3 more out of here and just doing 2 more rows and going crazy. Which, could say that in my best Bob Ross voice, you just go a little crazy. See, that's not a good Bob Ross voice. That's an Asher voice. Haven't had part of my index finger blown off to sound like Bob Ross. You see it sometimes too in the old shows. They didn't really try to hide it on PBS, which I thought was nice, because that shit does happen. Alright. So, lots of assemblers. And look, we have the 50% replicator speed as well, so cool. Oh gosh, okay. I know how I'm gonna do this. We're not gonna overthink it right now. Is the big thing. Because clearly I have a backlog. And that's okay. We're just going to do the outline over here and run it all the way around. There's a yellow dot on one of the mashers, thank you. There's probably a yellow dot on a few of them. Like all these here, they're currently backlogged. Now if we're talking about one of the Yeah. There's going to be a lot of yellow dots while this is work in progress, so I'll troubleshoot it here in a minute. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. And we can feed off of both of these lines. And I don't want to go much further than that. Alright. So like I said, this stuff builds slow. But hopefully not so slow that we run out of research. Alright. So power here. Power here. And power over here. Should be good. All the clickies. My index finger will be so strong. Will be undefeatable. Okay, thanks. I will take a look at that. But let me just get this started first, because it looks like we do have a lot of what we need here. Let me zoom in a little bit, because I'm having to think a little too hard about this. Although the idea is that I'm going to be able to do this the mindless way, because I did not align these things, but you can see right now I'm still having to think really hard about where exactly am I inserting from. So hydrogen, hydrogen, titanium, titanium. That's not even what that shit's called. Just making up stuff in my brain now. Okay, so we have even more stuff over here. You should add up over here. How many do we have in storage? 156. Not the best. Not the worst. Alright. Thanks. There we go. Okay, now I'm getting problems with clicking, so that's very exciting. Okay, so this is a little insane. If I have this much of a backup here, and we are pulling hydrogen as fast as we can, how many of those freaking panes are we making per minute? $28.4.8. So we're almost at 30. Huh. Well, this is all expandable, so that's fine. So, what's left? We have the panes, we just need to make the chips. And then we need to somehow mash those chips together with the other thing. Alright. Logistics Tower Station Part 2 is gonna be... well, I guess it doesn't have to be like that. I guess we can always just put the processors over here on demand. As one of the things is that this is... oh, that's a lot of processors, though. Alright, and we have a lot in our home base, too. so oh yeah, no, I can totally snake that around and see. I just want to actually get the green cubes up and running first, so that I can say that, because I've been streaming for so long. All right. Okay, is this it? Is this all I need? Then we can put these over here. Oh, well, uh-oh. We need to make more of these, and I need, like, all the resources. Shit. Okay, well, we'll figure that out in just a minute. And technically I can make green research wherever I want on the planet. But I'm making all my other stuff locally and then shipping it, so that's kind of my plan here. Alright, so you're full on, you're full on. Yeah, those are building. So we have success. We have just about green science. And we have backlogs for processors pretty much everywhere. So one thing we can start doing here is I have boxes of these things that are just sitting, not really producing anymore. Okay, thanks. I'll take a look at them. My brain's kind of firing in a few different directions, as it tends to do. All right, so we need plates. We need to take... I'm going to take all of you for a second. Okay, maybe not all of you, but... I'm going to take this many of you. And what else do we need for this? We need chips and glass. That is easy. And see, like, I can increase my science production here, but we're already full on. So... And now, how many of these can I build? 19. That's fine. Alright. So right now we are having a small production issue with these things, which maybe I can figure that out in just a minute. And I did find in my last save that I didn't really need to, like, do a bunch with gravity lenses to have enough to do universe matrices. Alright. But ho ho ho, green science. Then we just dump you over here and move you on to another logistics, and then we will do some cleanup, because good gravy, we definitely have some cleanup to do. Alright. So see, I made it a little bit behind, but pretty much in the amount of time that I spent extra making my stuff and putting them into, like, getting stuck in the middle of space, Here we go. Look at all that. Look at all that consumption. So we can build this up a bit. And once again, nothing's stopping me from shoving those on the other side. So functionally speaking, there is one of the on the 1-1. I'm very sorry, I'm too tired. Okay. Well, I'll probably see it later. Let's go ahead and drop these down, because we just wanted to store these for now. Alright. And now we're cooking with green gas. So I guess Green Goblin can do green things like Greenzo. Alright. Power off, cannot charge. I accept that challenge. Probably only need 25 here. And so look at this. Now the other thing I can do here, flame filter first of. See, now I'm just like, am I even thinking of this correctly? Like, these are all going. These are all going. Then these are all going. This is going to make sense to me tomorrow. Okay, so we have 46 green science. It's not a lot. And one thing I can do is take this assembler and move it over here and just make it so that when we get one green cube out of here, we can just get a bunch of space warpers. And this will be our very, very slow, very, very passive. I don't even know if that'll reach. Okay, good. So green cubes as well. This is going to be our one green cube production for these. Because this will make 8 of these at a time. So what this is telling me is that we have enough here, we have enough here. And we're going to need to make a better snake here. Alright. Because right now my science production is a little slow for my taste. Alright. How many more assemblers do I have? Because maybe what I can do instead... No, that's a little too complicated. If I just keep this system going here, I can actually dump off onto this line, dump off, dump off. Can't really dump off there, but it's fine. Then we can build a second feeder line that goes this way. Alright, enjoy re-rotation of music for just a second, but... So we're just going to drop all these right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot. But this was one of the biggest bottlenecks I had last time, and this is a much more streamlined solution than I had before, where literally I was just building the crap out of everything and hoping for the best. Alright. And see, look, we're actually using resources now. That's fantastic. So this means we are going to need more titanium glass, right? Just a giant game of whack-a-mole. Alright, so same story here. There's... Holy cow, we actually went through our titanium. Okay, that's fixable. There is plenty of titanium that I have on this planet, and there's plenty of titanium that I have in this system. If I've literally gone through all of my titanium just in trying to make all this stuff, I can just give myself a happy little star here. Alright. Let's go ahead and take all this. We'll see if we just botched our yellow science a little bit, because if I need to get more titanium, that's fine. What's our green science look like anyway? 41 per minute is way better than I was doing in my last save. My purple's gone down, though. Is that because what I'm researching doesn't require purple? Yeah. Okay, so we're backlogged there. Okay, so I may need to actually get some more titanium in from out of the system, which is fun. I'm only allowed to hold 500. Clearly we need to change that for just a second. Just another second. All right, and then we drop the amount back down. All right, so storage again. So before we clean all this up, because I'm gonna have to clean it up, and I can always put some more panes and then run them in a line over here. That seems okay. I need to actually set up receiving for my green science, because there's a lot of things I can do first with my green science, but like the mecha core, like the universe exploration, and those are all good. But as I said at the very beginning of this series, my goal is to build a Dyson Sphere, so my first two things are going to need to be this. Alright, so back and forth we go. Anyway, making progress. I don't really have the correct setup for a universe, but I do have a setup for this. So greens will come here. And I have the drones for it. So we'll have a little bit of build-up. Ugh, did it again. Got too excited, forgot to hit tab. Okay. Could we not? Oh shit. Alright, don't really need you to do this now. Like, I could make all this a lot neater, but there's a certain charm in, keeping some Technicolor spaghetti around. Like that, after a long session of playing, that appropriately hurts my eyes. Okay, so that's down. That's back up. So, we have green science to feed into these for when we unlock the research. So, logistics carriers, I think, is important enough that we can give it the 13 minutes. Solar sail life is probably not important. So, congratulations! You have been sitting and watching this for 19 hours. I have green science unlocked. And the production of it is going well. Like, it actually 60 per minute. Well, that's pretty amazing. And I do need to check my purple one more time. Because if my purple is just backed up for other miscellaneous reasons, that's fine. Like, do I have all my supplies here? Because I did say before that I could expand this. But it's a little dicey to expand it right now. I'd have to run these a little sloppily. I can do it. Because we are going to need to build more of this crap. Well, that's a question kind of for another time. Because right now we have pretty good production of everything else. Stuff that I can fix. I think this is a fairly good place to leave it. I just want to troubleshoot over here one more time because we have a bunch of greens going. We don't have all of the greens going. So we're not actually making space warpers yet. Which means technically one thing I can do, well, I can also just take things off the line. But I really want to be able to push out more of this stuff, so we're fine on crystals. We are low on this. So the last thing I'm going to do here tonight is to try and set this up. And I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do this with a new line. Like, I could try to work around these power lines, but since I haven't hard built, well, maybe I can do it like this. I mean, since I haven't hard built my little floaty power stations, which is the one thing I wanted to automate that I haven't yet, yeah. I can't just power up the entire world like I was doing before. But we can do this. And make a line down here like this. Because this glass is going to be important if I have enough grabby arms. For all the grabby arms I grabbed at the beginning of this, just think about how many times I clicked. At one point I had nearly 500 of these. Okay. I was afraid of that. Alright. So you are a no-go. That's fine. Huh. Oh, I know what's going on. It's mad at me because I am on different planes here. Isn't it? So now it's like you can't. Yeah. This is why you got to be careful about where you build. Okay. I'll just do it like this then. Gonna play that way game, I can play right back. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then run 3 more of these lines through here. And this will all be expandable. Yeah, it's just kind of funny how there's always just one more thing that you need. And that one thing I'm going to need to do soon is that I'm going to be bottlenecked by my purple science, which is really weird, but not the first time that's happened. But at least we do have research going, so that's excellent. Alright, so how can we keep this even? By doing it like this, perhaps? Alright. Hopefully no holes in the power grid. Alright. We'll see how this goes. It's interesting because there is one place where I am gonna get stopped. But this is where eventually I'll be moving production for this stuff onto another planet. Or I can just have this running in the background. That's also a noble goal. Okie dokie. Do I even have enough grabbers for this? Once more with clicking. 3, 4, 5, 6. And caught around a building there. Like, my drones are doing their work so fast, and yet there's so few of them. But I love that titanium is what I'm short on now. Because that, no. That's definitely not what I was short on before. Really? Okay. I don't want to overthink this. So all I need to do is take my time. I can easily do this. So we're just going to do it one side at a time. Okay. Is the game getting confused or something? Because I can definitely do that. Definitely do that. It's getting confused. I'm glad the game gets tired too eventually. So we need to do the big grab from across where it's the middle. Apparently this takes more concentration than I can handle right now. Okay, if I can keep my brain from dying for just a few more minutes, we're gonna at least see how far I can push this. Alright. It's like a beautiful little note. Just like, it's almost like playing arpeggios on a piano in a way. You just have a certain way you're supposed to hit the keys, and you know when you've screwed it up. Alright. Okay. I think all we're missing is you. Cool. Now the question becomes, is this enough glass? Yes. And in fact, it looks like we not only have enough glass, but we're starting to pull through these crystals. Which I'm very sorry if we go back to what you were saying before, Chris Carl, about other stuff that was not logistically working. Like suddenly, I love it, suddenly we don't have enough of these, but that's entirely because we're out. So I think maybe our interplanetary logistics got interrupted, which means this is a great time to end this video, because what we're going to do next time, yeah, we need some more space warpers. So once these guys get back in the fold, what I'll be doing next is going through and making sure that all my supply lines are good. Eventually we want to be able to make it to where we can make some space warpers, and it may be important enough that I offset. Like right now this is not making a thing, but if I just grab one at a time, well, I guess this is the time to do it. Like if we just go right here, and this is literally the last thing I'm going to do. It's the last thing I'm going to do for like the past 4 last things I was going to do. If I put this right here, because we will need space warpers. That is one reason I'm overproducing. So we're going to try to produce these for everywhere, and we're going to get this many. Which means technically we can probably drop you a little bit. Ooh, that is it's a lot of goodies. And if we raise you up just one more, that should make up for it. So yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of work I put in today. But right now our production's good, our consumption is low. And next episode, the next time I fly over, we're going to be fixing some logistics for sure, but then we're actually going to be doing some green research. And we should be able to get some of these hashes in really fast. In fact, we have officially unlocked our first green research thing, which is really cool. This stream went a little longer than I meant for it to, but that is okay, because all that means is that we can now reach the final part of the game, which is apparently running all of my resources dry. Like, what are you not getting? You're not getting titanium. We need that. We need a more stable supply of these, which is fine. But that's it for now. This is Asher with Dyson Sphere Program, and yeah, things are looking good. So, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. It's pretty late for me, so yeah. Y'all have a good day. Good night, Barrick. Thanks for coming in. Chris Clar, I will figure out what the hell you're talking about here, because I have a lot of yellow dots right now. But I have a system that kind of works, and it's really funny to me because we can actually make even more. So I did say it's the last thing I was going to do until the next last thing I was going to do. But I do want to just test and see if I stress this system how far it goes. But this is Asher, and it's like life. There's always one more thing you can do. But at some point, you just got to say to yourself, you know what, you've done some good work. And that's where I'm going to stop right here. So, thanks for watching. We have all the things being built. Literally, all the things. A much better production system than last time. And yeah, we'll do this again next time, where we will finally start building Dyson Sphere things. Yeah, that graviton lens, we need to fix that production, so there's some production stuff we'll fix. And we're actually out consuming our hydrogen production now, which is hilarious. So 72 plate filters, 41 quantum chips. It's a fun time. Thanks for watching. It's like 50th time I said it, but I'm really appreciative of you all for sticking around here. This research is going hellaciously fast, but that's going to change because I had a green backlog. But yeah, we'll do this again soon. Take care.